morning to everybody, children. I hope everybody's mic is off, and we can start the meeting now. We are meeting in this online mode because of the efforts of many people. So these are the credits. Expert teacher, my name. So my name is Mrs. Priyanka R. Singh. Our administrative officer, Mrs. Veena Sonavde. Nodal beat officer, Mr. Sharad Purade. Nodal HM, Mrs. Mary Pushpam Paul. Assistant Nodal HM, Ms. Manpriti Kaur Anand. And CNO, Mr. Ratilal Kisan Burungale, sir. So yes, so welcome you everybody on this online platform. Yes, so let's start with a very good thought for the day. And the thought for the day is, what is the thought? Difficult things can be accomplished given enough enthusiasm, joy, and purpose. Yes, so what is the meaning? It is evident, you can understand from the picture itself that if, see, on one side you have an elephant, which is very big in size. It must be very weightful also. And on the second side, you have little, what are this? See, what are this? It's a small mouse, yes? So there are many mouse. So if we compare the weight of one mouse and the weight of one elephant, the elephant will always be on a higher side. But when all the mouse are sitting together, see, the elephant has come up. That means his weight has become less. So this is something which we should learn, that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible, right, children? What we have to understand is that we have to give our best efforts. And when we approach things that everything is possible, then actually everything is possible. All right, children? So let's go on to the main topic of our lesson. So what you can see in this picture, children? Can you tell me what you can see in this picture? Yes? See, there are various things. You can see girls and boys doing different things. The first thing, what you can see over here is drinking. Yes, the girl is drinking. Then see the other picture. Then the second picture is what it's saying. It's dreaming, right? All right, Hassan Khan, you are unmuted, right? See, what are the actions? What you can see in this picture, Hassan?
Yes. First is drinking. Second is dream. Third is think. Fourth is meditate. Fifth is whistle. Sixth is walk. Seventh is dance. Eighth is sing. And ninth is jump.
Lovely, lovely, good reading, and you have also named it. And can you tell me what are this? What are this? If you talk about English, so which part of grammar is this? Is it a noun, adjective? What is this?
Verb.
Yes, very good. This all are verbs, right? The action of drinking, dreaming. Now, dreaming you cannot see. It is a state verb. Yes, verb can be of two types. Something which you can see, which is dynamic, and something which you cannot see, which is a state. For example, love. I cannot see anybody's love, so that is a state. Similarly, dreaming, thinking, meditating. And if you observe, all of it has a ing form. What they are having? All
ing.
of it is having a ing form. So all these are verbs. Let's go to the next screen. Now, this is a definition, yes? What is a verb? A verb is a word that express an action or a state of being, as I told you. Now, see the first one. This is action. What is this lady doing? What she is doing, children?
Ironed her dress.
Yes, she's ironing her dress. She has ironed her dress. And she, what is the verb there? Ironed. Yes, having a ed form, right? It's having an ed form. So that is why it's an action verb, which you can also see. See the next one. She feels tired. How does she feel? Yes, she's tired, and the feeling. So over here, feelings you cannot see, but you can, when you see the picture, you understand that it is a verb. So this was about verb. So are we actually going to study the verb? The answer is no, we are not going to study verbs. We are going to study this modal auxiliary or modal verb. What is this, children?
Modal auxiliary.
Yes, modal auxiliary or the modal verb. But what is this modal auxiliary? Let's see the chart. Now there are different types of verb. Yes. So one is a main verb or the principal verb, and then there is an auxiliary or a helping verb. For example, let's see this one example. What was given? See this one. She feels tired. Now feels is a, what is this? It is a verb. Yes, she feels tired. So this one over here can be called as a main verb. But what is a helping verb? Helping verb comes before the main verb. Yes, for example, she can dance. Yes, she is sleeping. What is the example I gave you, children? She is sleeping. Yes. So over there, what is there, children? Is a helping verb and sleeping is a main verb, right? So that is there. So over here, see, principal or main verb we have seen. In verb types, we have seen principal or main verb. Then we have auxiliary or helping verb. And this modal auxiliary is a type of helping verb. You have to keep this in your mind that modal auxiliary is a type of helping verb. See, now modal as a type of verb. So I told you that modal is also type of verb, right? So see, words that describe an action are called verbs. Yes, we have seen this definition. Now, verbs are of various kinds. They can be of various types, like action verb, like sleeping, dancing, right? And helping verb, like is, am, can, could, all this. Now, there can be regular verb, irregular verb, transitive verb, and intransitive verb. When you go to higher classes, you will study all of this, right? Now, auxiliary verb is further divided into some types and modal verb is one of them. Now auxiliary or the helping verb, you have to remember that auxiliary is also called as a helping verb. So don't get confused when you hear what is helping verb, what is auxiliary verb. So they are the name of the same person. Yes, they are the name of the same person. Auxiliary and helping means the same. Now see, modal verbs are used to help the main verbs to make it easy and understand. So they are like the helpers. Yes, they are like your teachers, or you can say they are like your mothers or father. They help you, but they help the main verb. What do they help? They help the main verb to give the meanings. Now see, look at the expressions. Look carefully and then you have to answer. Okay, children? Observe one more time. What were this? What were the expressions, children? Can you tell me? Yes. So did you observe? How was the expressions? Yes, yes. Some are angry, some are happy, some are excited. Yes, some are also excited, and some are confused. So, children, this is the main function of the modals. Modals indicate different types of mood or tense. What do they indicate? Different types of mood or tense. They indicate mood. So, this is important. Always remember, modals are special verbs which indicates mood. How is the mood? Yes. Now, features of modals. What are the features of modals? See now. Now, modals express certainty, request and offer, permission, ability, possibility. Yes. What are these? We will see something and then you will understand what is the meaning. A modal is also known as modal auxiliary. Yes. Or a modal verb. Modal can also be called as modal auxiliary or it can also be called as modal verb. So these are the names of the same thing. And what do they show? What do they express? They show necessity. Yes, necessity, uncertainty, possibility, or permission. So you have to, before understanding the main topic of modal, let us understand what is certainty, possibility. Yes, look at the picture, observe the picture. Now, first picture will show you certainly. Saying, of course, yes, it is possible. So, yes, can you dance? You sing, of course, I can dance. Yes, so this is certainty. Certainty means surety. I'm 100% sure. See the next one. What is doing?
Please.
Yeah,
Request.
he's making a request. Please give me your pen. Please help me. So modals are also used to show requests. Now see the next one. What she's showing? What is her expression? She's saying you don't have
I
permission.
don't know
Yes,
my
yes.
permission.
Sometimes you, yes, yes. Sometimes you ask your mother, can I go to the garden? Your mama says, no, no, you cannot go. And sometimes she may say yes. So modals show permission. Okay, so this one, this is ability or capacity. See, this man is having some superpowers, or somebody must be very fast in writing, somebody must be very fast in running. So this is your ability. This is your, capacity. What you can do. Yes, look.
Ability or capacity.
See again. So are you having this ability? I am not having. This is a very special power which definitely I am not having. So maybe this cartoon character is having, right? Models show permission, ability or capacity also. See this one. Saying that I doubt it, I'm not sure. So this is possibility. Means something is possible also and something may be impossible also. So if I say that yes, can we meet at the school? I will say maybe, maybe after Diwali the schools reopen. So there is a possibility, yes, there is a high chance, but not certainty. In certainty, we are 100% sure, but in possibility, there is always 50-50, right?
Yes.
Now, these are the various types of modal children. Now, see, shall, should. What is there? Shall,
Should.
and there is can, could. Sorry, can, could, right? See you. Can, could. So when we were in school, we used to remember this in pairs. Yes, you want to ask something, my dear? See, shall, should, can, could, will, would. Will, would.
Good.
Yes, and then may, might.
May,
May,
might.
Yes.
Might.
Yes, may, might,
Might.
and then last one is must. So this is a combination you have to remember. See, it is almost like a past tense. Can, could, shall,
Can,
should.
could, shall, should.
Yes, and then may, might, and will, would, and
Might,
last one
will,
is
good,
must.
must.
So this is basic model which you study in 5th standard. Now this can have negative forms also. Now see, can is having negative form, can't. Say children what it is? Can,
Could,
can't. Could,
could,
could, couldn't. There is L is silent. You don't have to say L. So don't say could. You can say could, couldn't, right?
cooler.
Yes.
Yes.
And there is must,
Yes,
mustn't,
must,
mustn't,
mustn't.
mustn't. Very good. Have to,
Have to,
don't have to.
have
Should,
to,
shouldn't,
shouldn't,
would,
would,
wouldn't. Yes.
will,
Won't. Will is having a pair, won't, right? See, and then shall, shan't.
shall,
Yes. So these are important things, children. You can also take a screenshot for yourself
shall.
because, they're having the negative forms also. Let's go to the next screen. Now, modals can be of two types. There are two types of modal. One is the pure modals and the
Pure
second one
model,
is semi-modal.
semi-model.
Semi-modal.
Be two types,
Yes.
pure models
Model and semi-model. So what are these pure models? Pure means, where the mummy says, no, this is pure ghee, no mixture, pure दूध, no mixture. So similarly, these are pure models, means they don't have the two. There is no two form. Pure models means no two form. You see the first one. The first one is can and.
Can, could.
Now first you have to understand what does can show. Offer. It is showing you offer. So he's saying, can I help
Can
you?
I be of any help?
Yes. Now see the next one.
Permission.
Permission.
Give
Yes.
us.
Yes. You don't need to read, children. I am reading. So we can move fast. Okay, let me read. You can put over there. So it is giving you permission. So somebody is saying, can I dance? So you say, yes, you can dance. So I'm giving you permission. So give and ask also. Now second is ability. Ability. It is my power. Vishwana, ability, special power. Don't read, please. I can drive a car. This is my capacity. But can you drive a car? No. So children don't know how to drive a car. You have to complete your 18 years. Now then there is possibility. Yes. What is possible? She can really be sad. For example, if you're telling a secret and you're asking, shall I tell her the secret? And your friend is saying, no, don't say. She can be really sad. So can also indicates a possibility. Right? To the next one, request. What is a request? Can you be quiet? The request is saying, can you be quiet, please? So this is the all functions of can. Now, children, see, could is also having the same functions. The offer, it is giving suggestion. Yes, it is your more polite. It is a very sweet way of saying things. Yes, what is this sweet way of saying things? Now, here you are making offer, you are making suggestion. We could write a letter to the president. It is making a suggestion. So what you could do, somebody is asking, teacher is asking, what you could do if this is not your right answer. So you'll say, okay, teacher, I can do this, I could do this. So can is also past tense and it is giving suggestion. Permission also, same like this. Could I ask you a personal question? And then ability, possibility, request, and polite. Please take a screenshot if you need. You can study it in your own space. See the example? Superman can fly. And see, monkeys cannot fly. This is ability which is negative. This is a question. And can you swim? Can is also used for asking questions. Okay, children? See, Da Vinci could paint well. So this is again asking, showing you the ability. What could Da Vinci do? He could paint very nicely. Now the next is must and mustn't. First, understand the function. It is used to show obligation. What is there? See down, obligation and advice. When you want to give strong advice, then must is used. And prohibition. Prohibition, it's like somebody saying absolute no. Yes, your parents are saying absolutely you mustn't do this, you cannot do this. So must or mustn't indicates a higher chance and higher possibility than can and could. See this one, she must be in bed because she has flu. So you're making a advice or you're making, a statement which is very sure. What? That why she's in bed? Because she's sick, she's having flu, she's not well, right? See this one, you mustn't smoke. What you mustn't do? You mustn't smoke. So children, when you are using these modals now, your language will become more strong and more powerful. See, these are the examples. Let's see one or two examples. They must be having good time. We are supposing. What we are doing? We are supposing. Right? What is the supposition? That they are having a good time. Why they are having a good time? Because they are
must be having
yes, yes, yes. No need to read Amir. Yes, no need to read Amir Shah. Just listen, okay? They must be having a good time. So this is the second modal verb. Let's go to the third modal verb. What is this, children?
You help me
Will
find
and would.
newspaper.
Amir, please, you can read afterwards, beta. See, what is this? Will and would.
Will and would.
Yes. So see, what is the first one? It is used for making a request. And then refusal, when you want to say a no to somebody. And then you want to make an offer.
Offers.
Yes, I will help you. Will you help me? See, refusal. I won't share my potato chips with you. I will not share. So it's saying no, no, no. So this is refusal. And then there is also request. Will you help me file these papers, right? And see, would. It's showing you again a request here, refusal and habit. So both will and would are having the same function. But see, this is more formal. Means when you are talking to an elder person, so that is formal. And when you're talking to your friends, you can be informal, right? You can be informal. So this is the main difference, children. See the tense here, this is past and this is present future. So these are all the differences. See the example? Will. Will you help me file these papers? And would you please turn on the light? So this is, polite and this is less polite. So, this is manners of speaking, how you speak. Now, next one is shall and should. Now, it is used for indicating a tense. It is used for indicating a desire, means what is my wish? We shall accept your present. We will take your gift. Shall is also used to indicate a promise. Yes, it's showing a promise. She shall get a sari if she stands first. So I'm making a promise. For example, your father is making a promise. You shall get a new bike when you score first in the class. It is used to indicate intention, right? I shall buy the blanket. What I shall do? I shall buy the blankets. And then there is suggestion. What is a suggestion? Shall we have some rest now? It's indicating, can we rest now? So this is also used for giving suggestion. And then order. If you say you have to post this letter, so it is giving a order. I say, what I'm saying you to post this letter. You have to do it. So these are different functions of shall. Yes, desire, promise. Chimsi, what in this, what you have to understand is the purpose of using modals. Yes. So in the exams also, or in the scholarship exams also, these things only come. So what is the purpose? They will give you modal and you have to use it properly. See the next one, example. From example, it will be more clear, children. Shall I help you carry your luggage? See, it is asking for permission. Yes, should. You should brush your teeth after every meal. Can you tell me what it is doing? It is giving an advice, you should brush your teeth, or it is giving an order. What it is giving? Advice or order. Chinsi, should is used for giving advice. So it's giving a advice and sometimes order. You must. When you are saying must, it is an order. See, shouldn't. Again, it is giving a advice. You shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your health. So should over here is used for giving advice. Yes. The next one is may and might. What is the next one, children? May and might. Now see again, possibility means chance, which I have shown you. Permission, may I sit here, please? And then again, permission for giving permission. Then request and then wish. May you both be very happy. So you sing birthday song, may God all bless you. Yes or no? So you sing that birthday song, may God all bless you. So it is giving your wishes. So this is also used for giving the wishes, right? May is used for that. You see the next one, might. Might is again same to same, possibility, impossibility. Then permission, permission, suggestion, request, conditionals. So it is like a past tense of may. It is used for same purpose, children. See the next one, example, may and might. It is very cold, it may snow. Yes, it is giving a future prediction. What future prediction? Because it is very cold, it may snow. Now let's see the semi-modals very quickly. Semi-modals usually come in higher classes, children, not for you, but you should be aware. So we will just have a look at it. Now use for moral duty. When you want to show a duty of somebody, you use a modal verb. For example, you ought to help the needy. What you need to do? You need to help. It is
Right.
indicating a duty. It is your duty. The next one, have to. We use have to talk about strong obligation. Means it's a strong duty to do something. Look at the example. Now, don't have to means opposite of have to. There is no obligation, means there is no duty. You are not required to do this. For example, you don't have to make excuses for her. If your friend is absent, yes, your friend is absent, you tell to the teacher that yes, she's not well.
Aru.
So your yes, Sharmika, please mute yourself. So, children, you don't have to whisper, no one can hear us. Yes, no one can hear us. So, you don't have to do that. So, teacher can tell you don't have to tell lies. You don't have to tell lies. So, this is all obligation. These are semi-modals. These are have to and just a sec. This one, children. Example, all you have to do is sign the papers. Means if you sign the papers, all your work will be easy. See, she had to work hard yesterday. She had to work hard because she had her exam. So had to over here is indicating a compulsion. We have to get up early. So this is also a compulsion that you must get up early in the morning. Now see the next one. This is next semi-modal used to. Now, what is this used to? It's used to talk about changes between the past and the present. For example, I used to swim in the past, but now I have forgotten swimming. Yes, I used to be good at maths, but not no, I'm not good at maths. So something which was there in the past, but now it is not there. So the used to is used for that. Let's look at the example. So it will be very clear. I used to be handsome prince. What this frog is saying? I used to be a prince, but now I have become a frog. So this is indicating a past tense, which was there in the past, but not in the present, right, children? And I used to be an egg. What he's saying, I used to be an egg, but now what I have become? I have become a chicken, right? So the next slide, we have come to the evaluation, children, right? So let's start with the evaluation. So children, you can unmute yourselves. Most of you have muted yourself, but you can answer here. See, fill in the blanks, right, with suitable modals from the brackets. Okay, so the options are given. Children, you have to use proper answer for this. Okay, see,
Okay, miss.
what is the first one? My grandmother is 75 years old, but she dash still reads without glasses. Okay, so my grandmother is old, but she can read without glasses. So what can be the option? What do you say? Can or may? What will come here?
May.
Nanda? Yes. Can or may?
May.
So when you are saying may, it is showing a possibility. When you are showing can, can is showing you a capacity. So she can read without glasses, or she may read without glasses. What do you say? She can read without her, glasses, which is used for reading. So right answer over here, children, is what it is? Can.
Can.
Yes. The right answer is can. This one.
Dash you help me
Yes.
with the workplace.
Yes.
Should you help
Should you
me
help me
with
or
the
could you help me?
workplace?
So if you're giving advice, you should use should. But if you're asking for permission, you have to use could. What you want to use? Could you help me or should you help me? Think,
Should.
think, think. Others also answer. The right answer over here is you are asking for permission. So you have to
Could.
use could you help me please? Okay. You are using could you help me please with this work, right? See the next one. There was a time when I dash stay up very late. There was a time when, so you are talking about the past and you are saying that in the past I used
I
to.
could stay up very late.
Very good. Now you are understanding. It's showing a capacity. Yes, my power that in the past I could, you know, uh, I could stay up late. I could, be awake in the night, but now I sleep in the night. So this is again indicating a capacity. It is could.
Could.
Right. Next one.
I dash get you a Miss, what is this?
Shawl. Shawl.
Shawl from Kashmir.
Yes.
I
What is the answer? I dash get you. I will get you, or I would get you a shawl from Kashmir. Will or would? Think, think,
will.
think.
I will.
Okay, okay. So if you say will, you are very sure that yes, I will get you. And I would get you is indicating a future tense. Yes. So over here, the right answer is again a would. Okay.
Would. Oh.
Yes. So because I can go to the shop, but maybe shawl is not there. So what I'll do? So that's why it's indicating a capacity over children. See the next one, fifth one, please read.
It isn't snowing outside, so I'll dash stay at the home.
Yes, your options are having may and will. So it is snowing outside, snow is falling outside. So I may stay at home or I will stay at home.
I will stay at home.
Absolutely correct. That is the right answer. I will stay at home. It is indicating my decision. Because if I go out, I'll get all wet. I can get cough and cold. So I will stay at home. Read the last one.
She dash sell her home because she needs money.
Yes. She dash sell her home because she needs money. She wants money. So what she may sell
She
her home
may.
or she
She
might
may.
sell her home.
She may.
So if you are giving her advice, then you have to say may. But this person is talking to somebody else. She. This is third person. She is third person pronoun. So she, the right
Might.
answer. Yes, very
Might.
good. She might sell her own. So I'm indicating a supposition. I am not sure. So you are telling somebody that she might sell her own. Yes, I'm not sure, but she might sell her home because she needs money. All right, children. Now see the next slide. This is your homework slide, children. You can take a screenshot of this. Now there are modal verbs. Again, the options are given, and you can choose a perfect model for yourself, which looks right to you, and you can answer. See, the first one, we'll do it together. I dash ride a bike. I always fall off. I may not ride a bike. I can't ride a bike, or I don't have to ride a bike. I
I,
always fall off. See what you want to show. It's you want
I
to show
don't
capacity.
I can't
Can't.
ride
Yes,
a
yes.
bike. I always fall
Yes.
off.
So it's like an answer. If somebody is asking you, why can't you ride a bike? You say, I cannot ride a bike because I always fall off. So over here, the answer will be can't, right, children? You take a screenshot of this, children. So you can
Miss,
do it.
you can see a doctor.
Yes, you, okay, let's do this one also. You look sick. So you see a doctor. So you should see a doctor. You're making a strong advice. You can see a doctor. You are giving option, or you may see a doctor.
Should see a doctor.
What do you want
This
to
should
say?
is
You want to
correct answer. Should.
should can, yes. Should is correct. You're absolutely right. Should is correct. You should see a doctor. So you are giving advice because you're not sick. So you must see a doctor. Children, you can do it at your home.
Yes,
Yes.
Miss, wait,
Do
I
it.
want to take a screenshot.
Yes. You can take a screenshot and it will help you your
Exam.
English to improve. Yes, Bushra. Yes, Bushra, what you want to ask?
Who look a student must take exam
Twice a
12
year.
a year.
Yes, Bushra, this is homework. So you have to do it at your home, right? You have to do it at your home. So we have done the evaluation earlier. Yes, see, we have done these questions already. So this part is the homework which you have to do at your home, right? This is your homework. So do it at your home. And yes, so over here, we have completed our topic and our meeting is also finished.
Bye, Miss.
Right, children? Bye, children.
Have a nice day. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you. Thank you.